One of the most iconic tools in Indian Akhara is the Gar Nāl, which means neck stone. It's a stone ring which is worn around the neck. This one's made of concrete, I made it myself. And this one isn't too heavy, it's around about 60 pounds. I have another one which is 110 pounds. They can go upwards of 150 pounds, but on the whole I tend to use this weight the most, much more than my super heavy weight or my heavier weight. So it's used to strengthen the whole spinal chain and the legs. It's very good for posture and keeping the posture up, especially if you're grappling. It's hard. Use of this will make it harder to break you down. So the first thing is, how do I put it on? Well, with this light one, it's nice and easy. The first way I can do it is I just lift it up and put it straight over my head. I'm ready to go. The second way is I can use my knees as a halfway station. So I literally roll it up onto my knees, drop my head down, place it through and come up. And the dismount's the same. I just come down to my knees, put my head off and roll it down. And the third and final way is I come down to my knees, I insert my head, I place my hands on the floor, I come to the seated position. I might want to brace it, come to a split squat position, stand up, and I'm wearing it. Dismount's the same, split squat position, down, both knees, sitting down, hands to the ground, Gar Nāl on the floor, and it's off. So that's the mount and the dismount. So once I've got it on, what do? There are 3 basic exercises. The first one is, I'll put this back on, is just to walk. So with the hands at the side, we can just walk around. And this will help a lot with the neck strength and the whole spinal chain strength. The next exercise we can do is we can squat with it. And this is the most common exercise to do, is the squat. So we also have stages we can use. So one of the things I can do is take some of the weight of the Gar Nāl here off my neck, because as you can see it sits pretty uncomfortably and heavily on the back of my neck, which is what makes it superior for a grappling compared to barbell squats. So one of the things I can do is I can put my hands underneath, a little bit like a genie, and takes a lot of the weight out, and it just sort of sits on my shoulders, and I can squat like this. Next stage, to put a little bit more weight on my neck, is I can put my hands out, and so it takes some of the weight onto the shoulders away from the neck. I can squat again. And the third and more advanced stage in terms of how much weight's on the neck is I just leave my hands down, I squat with all the weight on my neck. So those are the first and most common exercises, the walk around and the squat. It's a pretty simple tool. But there is one further exercise, and it's a Gar Nāl dand, which is a kind of push-up. And it's extremely difficult because it puts an immense amount of weight at exactly the point where you're trying to push up. So one adjustment that I like to do is to have my knees on the floor when I'm actually in the up pushing section, and then coming off my knees as the last thing I do. So I'm going to mount it, and I'm going to use these 2 bricks like I would do for a normal dand, but with a Gar Nāl it's very useful because it gives me a little bit of separation from the ground, which means I can get a bit deeper on my actual dand. So I'll wear the Gar Nāl, I'm going to come onto the bricks. So it's a normal dand, I'm not going to go back as far as I normally would. I come down, I let my knees drop, then I push up and my knees can come up. I could do it without that, but I feel a lot less stable. knees down as I come down, drop my head, push up, knees up, back to the back position. And like I said, you're not going to be able to go back as far as you are with a normal dand, simply because the Gar Nāl is in the way. But that makes a very tough dand because it puts weight exactly at the point you're pushing up from. So it makes it a pretty tough exercise, but it's very good for a grappler because it helps you sprawl up when you've got weight down on top of your shoulders. So it's actually an excellent tool for a grappler. So there you have it, the Gar Nāl. Stone, it actually means neck stone like I said, but it's a stone ring. Very simple, kind of barbaric piece of equipment. Very important in the WarYoga Akhara. It's used to really strengthen the whole spinal chain in the legs, which is a very important areas to have strong and in good condition. If you like this content and you want to see more, please subscribe and like this video. And you can check out more about WarYoga on Instagram at WarYoga, and you can look at waryoga.com for more information. And if you want to dive really deep, the WarYoga book is available on Amazon. All you need to do is type in WarYoga, one word, WARYOGA, into the Amazon search bar, and you'll find it. Thank you.